Okay, what's up, guys? So, Fact Faction has uploaded a video titled 7 Creepiest Moments Caught on Camera. And it looked like it was one of those, like, dash cam, like, videos for the thumbnail. So, I'm like, or not dash cam, but doorbell cameras. So, yeah, the doorbell camera, those things that get caught on those, man, I was like, I wouldn't mind getting one, but I'm like, I don't want no creepy stuff happening to me, man. So that's why I'm like, look, y'all just keep that creepy energy over there, all right? Don't come here with that. But anyways, yeah, let's go ahead and get into this video. If you guys haven't, make sure you guys go subscribe to Fact Faction. They always put together good videos. I'm saying, like, let's get them to 1 million subscribers. It has to happen, all right? It has to happen. But anyways, let's get into this video.
The word creepy can be used to describe many things that make our skin crawl.
That's
From
facts.
having an unexplained paranormal experience to brushing shoulders with a dangerous criminal, there are countless creepy moments that could shock and scare even the bravest people. And sometimes these
What?
disturbing moments are captured on video for all to see. Today, we'll be looking at 7 of the creepiest moments ever caught on camera.
You know, people would be like, oh, bro, you should watch these videos with the lights off. I would, but then the camera gets all choppy and weird like, so I tried that before. It doesn't work out. So maybe when I should like down the road. I think next I'm going to work on doing next year, getting me a newer camera because I've had this camera for years. But anyways.
In June 2016, a simple trip to the playground became an unforgettable day for one family. When Scotty Denton took his 3 children to play at a park in Warwick, Rhode Island, he never imagined seeing something that would keep them all in the car, afraid to approach the empty playground. Eager to document what was happening, Scotty began filming himself and explained the situation.
Right, we're at the playground, and the kids don't want to go anymore because look at this. This is real. Look at this. There's no wind out here right now.
No one on it.
Oh,
Look,
wow.
There's nobody on it.
It's just moving.
There's no wind. Look at the other swings, and look at the.
That is
When
crazy.
Scotty turns the camera toward the playground swing
That
set,
is
it's clear why the
crazy.
kids are hesitant. Despite the relatively calm air that day, one of the swings moves erratically back and forth,
That's
seemingly
crazy.
being influenced by some unseen force. Scotty reports that the wind isn't strong enough to move the swing so violently.
Not that hard.
And the other swings
Nah.
on the set, which are barely moving in the breeze, appear
And
to
you gotta like, you have to like think about it. You know, like who knows? I don't know. But anyways, but you have to think about it. If somebody were to push that swing, all right, then it would just probably like go back maybe a few times and then just, stop eventually. He was recording that swing for a while. That swing was like Casper was going back and forth on that swing, bro. Like, no, I wouldn't even have stayed there and been recording it. I would have left. I'd been like, no, that playground is haunted, bro.
back him up. Scotty's kids are too scared to get out of the car. They're convinced
I
something
would too.
paranormal is responsible for the swing's strange movement. Could something be out there on the playground?
And it's like, it's not stopping.
Nobody out there.
I do not want to go.
And you can hear it in the car where it's like they have like a fan or their AC or something on. So it probably could be hot outside. So, and it ain't usually windy when it's hot. And it ain't going to be no wind that strong. So that's crazy.
Ghosts aren't real. I mean, the other swing would be moving.
Look, ain't nobody here, dude.
That's
No joke.
crazy.
Nobody.
That is great. And it's still
While
swinging.
YouTube skeptics were quick to dismiss the video and blame a strong wind or simply a staged event, others weren't so sure.
Nah.
A Facebook comment from a Warwick local claims to have seen the swing going crazy
That's-
before and that the park is haunted. Ghost or
No, it
not,
has
when
to.
children are reluctant to have a playground
Look,
all to
and then it's like, look at how they're dressed. They're not like wearing hoodies or any of that stuff. Like, I would come up with another way of if I'm going to do a ghost video or try to scare people, then I'll do it like in the comfort of my own home. But I am not going to dress up a particular way just to go up to some random swing set and they're like, oh, it's swinging back and forth. Like, Nah, that's just you doing too much. So I personally believe that that playground is haunted, and I know not to go there. And if I were to ever be in that area, I would try to remember it. I would, knowing my luck, I'll go to that playground, have a good time hanging out with friends and stuff, and then all of a sudden, then once when I get home, that's when I remember. Wait a minute, that was that haunted playground I seen in that video. I'm like, well. I'm like, now I gotta go to church and douse myself with holy water.
Something strange is definitely going on.
That is crazy. And it's just swinging. Look at all the other swing sets. They're barely moving. Out of nowhere. RKO.
Have you ever suspected a stranger in the street meant you harm? On May 5th, 2017, a 33-year-old woman in London crossed paths with sudden, unbelievable violence as she crossed the Putney Bridge in London. Her terrifying encounter was captured on CCTV.
Wow. Wow. Oh, that is crazy.
As she crosses the bridge, busy with both pedestrians and vehicles, the woman passes a jogger who appears to shove her into traffic and directly into the path of an oncoming bus. Miraculously, the bus driver is able to swerve out of the way to avoid hitting and possibly killing the woman. The bus stopped and passengers poured out to help the woman, who had escaped the ordeal with only minor injuries. The jogger had gotten away, but in a shocking twist, he ran back across the bridge in the other direction about 15 minutes after his vicious shove. The woman attempted to speak to him, but he reportedly ignored her and ran away from the scene yet again.
Wow.
The jogger was a white male, estimated to be in his 30s, with brown eyes and short brown hair. There was no apparent explanation as to why he had suddenly...
I got off that bus and chased that dude down. I had tackled him. I did something. I probably would have beaten that man for doing some stuff like that. You don't know this woman. This woman ain't did nothing to you. It doesn't even matter. Oh, okay, so she walked in front of you as you were jogging. So what? You pushed this woman into traffic and almost get her killed? Nah, I got off that bus and I caused bodily. I'm like, okay, well, you want to cause bodily harm to this woman. I'm going to cause bodily harm to you. So... period. There ain't no question about it. It's like it's gonna happen. So it's like you could try to escape from it, but no, I chased that man down. I definitely had caused some bodily harm to him. He had to been sprinting
into such incredible danger. After an exhaustive investigation, with photos circulating of the unidentified man, the London Metropolitan Police closed the case. They had investigated more than 50 suspects and even arrested 3 men, but had not found the mystery jogger.
Wow.
No one was ever charged with this sudden and extreme act of violence, made all the more frightening by its complete lack of explanation.
Yeah, that's crazy. You would think in a situation like that, they would have caught him, like cameras, all of that, and wow.
Sometimes the line between fun and fear is paper thin. The 2 young girls in this viral video learned that lesson the hard way. On October 30th, 2012, YouTube user Angel Ruiz uploaded this video featuring 2 young girls sitting together at a small table. As they both eat dinner, everything appears normal until one of the girls sees something that frightens her in the next room, a darkened kitchen.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
What? I just turned off the lights, that's all.
She sees something.
What was that?
Oh, that girl got Tourette's. Being possessed by that...
What are you doing? Oh, what, Nanny? Look at me. What are you scared of? The fish? Oh, the fish died.
What?
Angel's sleeping already. It's raining, girls. Nanny, are you almost done eating?
Yeah, that's not right.
Look at...
The girl can't quite explain what's causing her distress, but she's obviously very scared. As the girl gets more and more upset, even beginning to cry, the other girl reacts the opposite way, laughing at the scene, until...
Look at me. Turn around, turn around, turn around. But you gotta listen to me. Turn around, look at me. What's the matter?
Hey, what do they see? Oh, that is crazy. What are they seeing?
Whatever was
The
frightening
girl, whoever the mom or whoever that person is, I'm like, you sitting there laughing. That girl just hauls off and screams like that. They obviously see something. That wouldn't even make me want to go over to that place. I'm like, nah, that is crazy. That is a very unexplained. Either them two girls is trying out for like an Academy Award, like, you know, Disney contacted them and said like, hey, can these guys like put on a show? But that's crazy. That is creepy.
The second girl now sees it. She screams and runs away from the kitchen as well. Though an adult tries to comfort the two girls, they are certain they've come face to face with something terrifying.
That's crazy.
This mysterious video gained attention for the intensity of the girls' reactions, as well as the fact that what scared the girls is never shown. Was it just a trick of light or wind, or could an apparition have appeared to them? Perhaps it's true what they say, that children can see things adults can't.
Huh. Glad I'm not a child.
Look at me. What's the matter?
That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, that is creepy. I don't like that at all.
Home surveillance is meant to make us feel safe. But sometimes, security cameras capture truly frightening footage that puts us even more on
Doorbell
edge.
cameras is
Kathleen
crazy.
Frascarelli of Bristol, Connecticut used a Ring doorbell security system for peace of mind. But in May 2019, the cameras showed her something outside her front door that terrified her. At 8:45 p.m., an individual emerges from the darkness and tries to open Kathleen's front door. They carry a bag of some kind strapped across their shoulders and have a heavy-looking object in the pocket of their hoodie. But in a skin-crawling twist, the person is wearing a plastic mask with a permanent smile plastered on their face.
That's crazy.
They even look directly into the camera, seemingly unafraid of being recorded. After knocking and standing at the door for 15 seconds, the person walks away from Kathleen's house, but not before wiping their fingerprints off of the doorknob.
That's crazy. It's like, never answer your doors for anybody. If they in person then text you saying, oh, I'm coming over to your house, that's the only time.
It's unclear whether the masked stranger expected Kathleen
somebody
to be
knock
at
on
home,
your door
but
and
she
you don't know
was,
who it is,
and she bravely
don't
went
answer.
downstairs to her door. By the time she got there, the stranger was in a car parked across the street from her home. She yelled from an open window, "Can I help you?" Then repeated her question a second time, but the stranger sped off before she could do anything else. Kathleen was sure the visitor came to her home with bad intentions, since they had taken the extra step to remove identifying fingerprints from the door. The incident inspired other neighbors to lock their doors and get security cameras of their own.
Definitely.
Bristol police looked into the frightening incident, but the masked stranger was never found, and residents of Kathleen's neighborhood surely had trouble sleeping following this unsettling visit.
No, at first I couldn't really tell that was a mask, but it's like, yeah, that's crazy. Neighbor nightmare.
In another creepy moment caught on home surveillance camera in 2019, one Stockton, California family was targeted by a disturbed neighbor and caught his terrifying behavior on video. 38-year-old Gong Pham is captured on a Ring security video under cover of night doing the unthinkable, dousing his neighbor's home in gasoline, then attempting to light what would have been a devastating blaze.
That is crazy. You should never ever get that mad at your neighbors for any reason whatsoever to where you trying to kill them.
Fortunately, Pham had used diesel gas, which is less flammable than petrol. When his attempt to set the fire doesn't work, Pham appears to give up and walk away from the gasoline-soaked front door and porch. Had he used petrol, he could easily have killed himself
That's-
and those
Oh,
asleep
yeah.
inside the home, which included
He
a
definitely
3-year-old
would
and
have set him-
10-year-old child.
Wow.
Pham was arrested after being identified on the security footage and charged with attempted homicide and arson.
Oh,
the
yeah.
creepiest part of Pham's inexplicable behavior was the reasoning he gave for it. He told police he had seen a ghost in his neighbor's home and was trying to kill it in his attempt to burn the house down. Additionally, he had been recorded on the same security camera prior to this incident, pacing around the front of the home and repeatedly ringing the doorbell. The incredibly lucky family survived a horrifying attempt
guy,
on their
he's
lives,
crazy.
but this footage serves as a shocking reminder of what a dangerously disturbed neighbor had in mind for them.
Yeah, he definitely would have set himself on fire. He'd been, yeah, that's crazy. A dangerous ride.
Predators can lurk anywhere, even in a crowd of witnesses. One young woman came face to face with one such predator on a Bronx subway car in December 2019. A fellow passenger's cell phone captured the moment that took everyone by surprise that night. Just before 3 a.m., a man dressed in red winter gear tries to get the attention of a young woman sleeping across from him on the train.
You're like, man, I'm trying to sleep. Leave me alone.
After speaking to her,
That's
a few
one
ti-
thing that I say that I hate so much. Like, and that's when I was like working in downtown Seattle. When I'm asleep, don't nudge me, don't poke me, don't talk to me. Just let me listen to my music and go to sleep. That's all that I care for. That's all that I want in the morning or in the afternoon. I just want my bus snap. That's all that I want. Don't say nothing unless like I done missed my stop or something that you know, but other than that, I'm like, yo, don't, like, if we on the freeway doing, and there ain't nothing going on, like, that bus better be on fire or something to nudge and wake me up. But if we are literally just sitting there, you nudge me saying some old weird stuff, I'm gonna look at you like you crazy. I'm gonna probably have an attitude also, so.
times, he waits until the train doors open and suddenly grabs her, carrying her off the train in an attempted abduction.
Oh, you got like, that's crazy. That is crazy.
Bro, get the up, get up. He's trying to grab me. This nigga is grabbing me at the train. Yo, this nigga's at the screen right here, look. Yo, this nigga's at the screen.
That guy.
Look, this right here. This right here, look, this nigga at the grab, look.
He yell like, who?
This right here, wake up.
Can he not see the man in bright red clothing? I'm like, he talking about who? I don't know who to be mad at. The man that tried to kidnap her or the boyfriend. I'm like, you saying who? The man right here in bright red clothing. Like, there's this TV show called Martin. And there is a character that Martin Lawrence had played as. It was his the security guard named Otis. I'm getting to what I need to get to and say. But there is a point in time when he was yelling at one of the other co-stars that was on the show. It's like for the skit or the part of the show and things. But he was yelling at her because she ran a stop sign. And he was just all like, what the stop sign? Or it's like park it or something. But he was just like, what the sign got to be like, or like red to blind as a bat red. Like, that's what you had to say to this man. Like, how do you not see? Is he invisible? Did he just cloak himself when he just sat there? Like, that's... I'm like, I'm kind of like bad at the boyfriend too. I'm like, you talking about who for? Like, bro, you is not Vanoss Gaming.
The woman is shocked, as are her fellow passengers, and she quickly frees herself from the man and gets back on the train. A young man traveling with her barely has time to react to the sudden grab, and the would-be abductor manages to walk away from the scene as the train pulls away from
Wow.
the station. Fortunately, the man later identified as 48-year-old Sonny Alloway did not evade justice for long. Just hours after the video was taken and posted on social media, he was found in the street by a group of vigilantes.
Wait, I ain't no. Yes, you is. No, I'm not. Yes, you is. I tried to help you. No, you did not. Stop lying.
Try to help.
You know what time it is. All right, so let me go. Out of here. That's not call the cops, Bobby. Call the cops.
After this incident, Alloway was arrested and charged with unlawful imprisonment, though Bronx district attorneys deferred prosecution to build a case. Alloway has claimed the video was a misunderstanding and that he was only trying to rescue the woman from an apparent abusive situation. Whether or not there's any truth to this explanation, the footage is truly disturbing.
It's like, you don't grab a person, like, that's not, nah. And then on top of that, if that person's, like, running back to whoever she's with to alert them to tell, yeah, I'm like, bro, what is you talking about? That's crazy.
Get up. You trying to grab me?
That's crazy. Caught in the act.
It takes a truly wicked person to harm some of the most vulnerable people in our society. In February 2017, police in Las Vegas set an unusual trap to catch a deranged criminal. 46-year-old Daniel Aldape and 60-year-old David Dunn, two homeless men from Las Vegas, were found murdered in their sleep. The causes of death were determined to be blunt force trauma to the head, and the murder weapon in both cases was a hammer. Law enforcement tried to draw the perpetrator to strike a third time by placing a decoy dummy in the area. Their idea worked, and what they captured on video was truly shocking.
That's crazy. Oh, this is a dummy. And he's just going up to just random. Wow, that is insane. That is insane. Wow. Where's them red and blue lights?
The footage shows 30-year-old Shane A. Schindler attacking the dummy, which he believes to be a sleeping homeless person. He violently strikes it in the head with a hammer and tries to walk away casually after realizing he's hit a mannequin, not a human being. Since the two other victims had been attacked the same way, police knew they had their man. Schindler was promptly arrested before he had a chance to leave the area.
Good, because that man's crazy. You just going around just randomly killing people and they even did nothing to you? Good. Yup, where's them red and blue lights? That is good. Homeless people ain't did nothing to them. It's like they're already in a bad enough situation.
Schindler pleaded guilty to attempted murder in court, but because there was no physical evidence linking him to the two bludgeoning deaths or another nighttime attack that injured a third man, he was technically charged with the attack of the mannequin. He admitted that he believed the dummy was a real person when he struck the head with the hammer. Police did not know his motivation for the killings, nor did they have much background information on Schindler. Despite the unusual circumstances of the plea, a judge sentenced Schindler to 8 to 20 years in prison for his unthinkable violence.
Nah. That man needs to be in an insane asylum for the rest of his life, or prison for the rest of his life.
Which one of these stories did you find the creepiest? Have
Probably
you ever
the one with them
captured
two little
anything
girls
creepy on camera yourself? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching.
There is a video, because I've been meaning to, like, post that video to, it is kind of like a weird, like, video that my mom had recorded off of her camera and stuff, but I should post that video. I should, because it was a pretty creepy video. It was this woman, she just randomly, like, bent down in front of our house and just was sitting there, and then she just got up and just walked away, and was like, this happened like a long time ago. This wasn't anything that happened recently. This happened a while ago. But yeah, she was just walking, and she bent down in front of our house, and then she stood back up, and then she just kept going. And one of my friends, because I sent it to some of my friends, and they thought that she was like peeing or something. I'm like, there wasn't no wet spot or no pee or nothing like that. It didn't even smell like pee in that area. So I'm like, and plus like her, what she was wearing like came down to her like legs. So when she bent, she would have peed on what was covering her body. And yeah, it was a very, very weird and bizarre video. I remember my mom sent me that, and I was just all like, this happened? I'm like, what was that? I'm all like, why this gotta happen to us, man? I'm like, that doesn't even make any sense. But I don't know, like, we think that it's some homeless people in the area, because I remember there was a day I was going out and I was buying these shoes right here. I was buying those shoes, and when I remember when I was like looking in these like woods area, it looked like it was like I seen a tent, and so I was like, maybe it's some homeless people. But yeah, it just didn't make any sense to me. It was really weird. But anyways, but no, it was that video with them two little girls. It was that and that swing set, probably the one with the two little girls, because I'm like, yo, what did they see? Like, that's not normal for two little girls to get the screaming and crying like that. So yeah, that was weird. That was really weird. But anyways, yeah, that was a creepy video. Thank you, Fact Faction, for scaring me for the whole night. So yeah, that's something, man. That is something. Anyways, I guess I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys go subscribe to Fact Faction for more videos like this. Like, subscribe to me too, and I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching, and peace.